right? Everybody prioritizes different things. We have different hopes, dreams, and aspirations. But what it all comes down to is legacy and what you leave behind for your kids, 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 kids. Depends how deep you want to go in the depth of your vision. But one of my greatest mentors once told me, go as far as you can go, and then when you get there, you'll be able to see much further. It just comes down to actually just putting in the work, leveraging these systems, but what I want to touch on is the word decision. All right? When you make a decision in your life that everything is going to be different from here on out, this is going to be my year, this is going to be my decade in which I stamp my family's legacy and really make a difference in the world and for myself personally. So you need to make that cognitive decision on your own because nobody else can make that choice for you. Nobody can put in the work for you. Nobody sees what you're doing when you're away from the stage or away from the practice field, whatever the case may be. Doesn't matter if you're an athlete, a banker, or in sales. Everybody sees the glory, but nobody sees the story. The sacrifices, the trials and tribulation, the time that it takes to become an overnight success. See, nobody knew that. It takes years and years and years. Because then less people would aspire to get in that position. If only they knew what was actually required. So what it all comes down to is in life, you just have to make a decision. Day one or one day? Day one or one day I'm gonna make a decision. One day I'm gonna change my life. One day I'm gonna learn trading. One day I'm actually gonna take a bet and a risk on myself so that I can be self-sufficient and provide for my family. Or day one. One day or day one. It's a decision that everybody has to make for themselves. I can't make it for you. Because when it's time to move, you gotta move. And you're the only person that can make the choice to do so. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a plan for your life, somebody else has a plan for your life. And do you know what they have planned? Not much. They just want you to continue to toil away and slave and trade your time for money. And by the way, I'm not down on jobs, all right? Like Benson said, it's honorable. I respect everybody out there working in the trades or whether it be in hospitality. You know, I worked in the trades for years before I even went full-time with the business. So I know how it is. But at the end of the day, somebody else has a plan for your life. And if you don't take it upon yourself to make that choice to actually take a bet on yourself and jump into an opportunity like this, you're always going to be at someone's beck and call and on their schedule and not yours. And guess what? They're going to tell you how many times per year that you can bring your family on vacation. They're going to tell you when you can go and eat lunch. They're going to tell you how long you can go on vacay or how much time that you can take off. How about this? I'm trying to live 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday. I don't know about y'all. Really having control and freedom over how you spend your days. Who else wants to experience that? Well, you want someone to plan it for you? Come on now. Y'all been paying attention this whole time? So, basically I'm going to leave you all with this. It's already been a couple hours that we're sitting down, and of course we shared tons of information. I know that you all said you weren't overloaded with information, but my brain is at this point from speaking. So with that being said, we're going to bring this to a head and essentially put, there's two kinds of people after seeing this information. And I want you to determine which person that you happen to be, all right? So there's person A. Person A is like, everything sounds great, I'm fired up, ready to get started. Go ahead and just reach out to the person that invited you and has you here at the event, and they're going to take you through the entire process and help you get set up and onboarded into the system. All right? And person B is like, great, everything sounds amazing, you know, but I just had a couple of questions that I would like clarified. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I always say, you can ask a question now and be a fool for a moment, or you never ask a question and then you're just a fool for a lifetime. So get your questions answered, get with the person that invited you, and they're gonna go ahead and make sure that you're well taken care of and you can get onboarded, or at the very least get some clarity, because there's nothing worse than being that person that was fired up, they really resonated with everything that was shared, but they never took action because they went home and they never got clarity on what was keeping them from getting started. They never got a different perspective that would help push them over the edge to go ahead and take action on this. And then years pass, a decade goes by, and they don't grow better, they grow bitter. You know why that is? Because regret weighs tons while discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret is bigger than anything you will ever imagine or experience. And it's on you all to decide if I want to bet on myself on my own potential, or I want to live with the debilitating pain of regret for not living up to my highest potential. All right, with that being said, that's it for the event. Thank you all for coming. Let's run it out. All right, see you in 5,000.